is the WBA bantamweight champion of the world. He is the young man fighting with his back against the ropes. He is 24 years of age, has a ring record of 19-2 with 11 knockouts. He weighs 117.5 pounds. This was 10th round action against Alfonso Zamora, November 19, 1977, as Lujan, a 4-1 underdog, was in the process of winning that WBA bantamweight crown. Zamora, at the time an accomplished fighter with a ring record of 28-1, had been outboxed and outpunched the prior 9 rounds, was on the brink of fatigue, ready to go. There he went from sheer exhaustion, and Lujan had captured the crown. Now today, live from Caesars Palace in Las Vegas, Lujan defends that crown against the number 2 rated contender, Cleo Garcia. Championship fight, Jorge Lujan versus Cleo Garcia. Let's take a look at the ring itself, and there he is, the defending champion Jorge Lujan, who won his title on November 19-2, 11 knockouts. Right there, Cleo Garcia, who weighed in at 118, who has a ring record of 21-9-1. With 7, his crown got hurt, and Garcia, the number 2 rated contender, gets his shot. There's the tail of the tape, and you see how evenly the 2 men measure out. So critical to the proper conduct of a bout. The bell for round 1, and here we go. Lujan, of course, in the dark trunks, Garcia in the light. Lujan has an identity problem not known to many people. Though on that September 15th, when Ali recaptured his crown against Spinks, Lujan fought Davila, he was not seen on national television. Incidentally, you may notice in the background that we've got 4 rope strands. This, a protection for the fighter, as viewed by the Nevada State Commission, makes it less likely that he can fall between the ropes and out of the ring. Fighters wary at the start. Understandable. Note how Garcia keeps that right glove up by the face and partly in front of it. Lujan, a careful fighter. Neither man a compelling puncher. Scheduled 15-rounder. A knockout, quite frankly, would surprise. Very, very dull first round thus far. Less than a minute to go. Lujan from Panama, Garcia from Nicaragua. "30 seconds left. We're approaching the end of a round that could hardly be called action-filled. Back live at the Sports Pavilion in Las Vegas, Nevada. Second round action just underway. Forget the first round, it was nothing. Excuse it if you must, on the grounds that the fighters were wary and feeling each other out. Jorge Lujan to the right of your screen. Cleo Garcia now with his back closest to the ropes. Now to the right of your screen. Two very careful fighters, neither with a knockout punch. But you've got to throw some punches to score points. So far, Lujan has been doing virtually nothing. This bout for the WBA bantamweight crown. Second round action. Lujan did get in a right lead. I use the word action advisedly. This is the second straight round of this kind of thing. Neither man giving any punishment, neither man wanting to receive any. Lujan finally got in a left. Tried to follow with a right. Didn't score with it. You could get a glimpse there of the quick-handedness of Lujan as he picked off Garcia's punch. Again, he picked it off with his right glove. Picked off Garcia's right. "40 seconds left. 3 weeks ago, Garcia, who was in training for another fight, learned he'd get the title shot. I watched him run for 45 minutes, work out. There's no question in my mind he's in shape. We approach the end of round 2. Lujan with a good right lead that startled Garcia, and then a left. The bell has just rung for round 3. Jorge Lujan, the WBA bantamweight title holder. Now to the left of your screen, Cleo Garcia, now with his back toward you. The first 2 rounds uneventful. I scored the first round even. Nobody did anything. I gave the second round to Lujan because he did score a couple of times. Perhaps he'll begin to open up in this round. Perhaps. Garcia flashing the left, but not connected. This is third round. Now Lujan begins to use the gloves a little bit more. That was the second time in the fight that he essayed a right lead. The first time near the end of round 2, it startled Garcia, and he was able to follow with a left. The last time he used it, he again connected. Comedian Norm Crosby in the background there at ringside. He may provide more action than the fight. Lujan got in a good quick left to the chin of Garcia. Again, the right lead by Lujan. It's easy to count the blows in a fight like this. There are so few. See Lujan pick off that right of Garcia's with his left glove. He's a quick and skillful boxer. Very careful because he is not a puncher. and he doesn't want to get hit. Measures blows well, uses his head to slip them effectively. As for Garcia, let's let more of the fight develop as we seek to assess him. Although you have to wonder how a fighter with a record of 21-9-1, losing 9 bouts, could be rated number 2. We're almost at the end of round 3. Another uneventful round. Garcia scored with a right, finally. Back live at ringside in Las Vegas. Round 4 coming up. Jorge Lujan against Cleo Garcia. Lujan with a quick left. Garcia throwing blows but not connected. First 3 rounds uneventful. Whatever scoring there was, I call the first round even. This is subjective. Scoring, of course, gave the next 2 to Lujan. Consecutive misses by both parties. You saw Garcia trying to counterpunch, and you saw the blows picked off by Lujan's gloves. Tried the right lead again. Lujan cautious, but admittedly clever. Garcia yet to show much, if anything. That right by Lujan got in. Left to the belly, picked off. The right got in. 4th round action of a thus far very dull, almost apathetic fight. Garcia trying to attack, but you saw him miss. Lujan out of range, and then the Garcia left against Lujan's right glove. The trademarks of a clever boxer. Lujan gets a left in. He doesn't seek to double up on it. Garcia threw a left there that missed. Although his handlers in his corner are saying that's the way, encouraging as we come close to the end of the 4th round. How quickly they hold and clinch. The end of the round coming up. Back live, Las Vegas, Nevada, round 5. WBA bantamweight crown at stake. Lujan against Garcia. The crowd booing unrelievedly between rounds over the absence of any real action thus far. Place is full, say that. Lujan with an occasional flicking left. Missed that time. Garcia with a counter punch that was picked off. Garcia's punches thus far, or attempted punches, have been wild swings. What purpose and method there is, and there's been very little of it, has been in Lujan, or Lujan's fists. Garcia landed a left. This is fifth round action. We'd like to alert our local stations along the line that at the end of this round, we'll take a station break. Lujan again trying to get that right into the stomach. Well, Garcia with a couple of lefts. Lujan smiling, bouncing after a mild mishap. A minute to go in the fifth round. So far, the fight is in a pattern. Inactive. Garcia has turned aggressor in this round. Coming to the end of the round, we'll be back with more boxing after this word from our local stations. Round 6 has just gotten underway. We're live at Caesars Palace, the Sports Pavilion. It's been one of the dullest fights I've ever had the non-privilege of watching. Nobody has really done anything yet. Well, whatever edge lay in the early rounds lay with Jorge Lujan, the defending WBA bantamweight champion, occasionally scoring with a right lead and sometimes following with the left. In the fifth round, Garcia turned the mild aggressor. The WBC champion, of course, is Carlos Zarate, who is an authentic bomber. Garcia with a miss. Garcia missed again with the left. Lujan countered with a right. You see Lujan throw a combination, then back off. Garcia becomes the aggressor. Garcia's problem is when he throws blows, he lands one out of maybe 4 or 5. Lujan's problem is caution, and he can't punch. See, Garcia missed again. Lujan snapped in a mild left jab. Less than a minute to go in the round. Lujan with the right lead to the chest. Lujan has 11 knockouts in 21 fights, and Garcia has but 7 in 31 fights. Yeah, Lujan finally doubled on the left, didn't he? Coming to the end of the 6th round. Back live, round 7, getting underway. Scheduled 15 rounder. We may get a round of action yet. Jorge Lujan, the right of your screen. Cleo Garcia, the left. Right there, you saw the point I've been making about Garcia. He threw 2 punches, connected on neither. Lujan got in 1 quick left, but didn't double up. Garcia missed. Garcia getting encouragement right above us from his handlers as he threw a right. Look at that. Lujan does cover effectively. Backed off, used the ring. I'll give him this. He's a clever kid, that Lujan. Slipping the punches. Punch. Lujan acknowledged it, and they returned to the battle such as it is. Lujan got in a good right and a left. Tried to get that other right. He got and that right. Using the right lead, he is effective. Because Garcia drops that left slightly. Watch closely. This is the first round of action in this fight. It is the 7th round, and Lujan is scoring fairly well in it. Excitement in Garcia's corner, but in my view, needlessly so. Garcia had a wild swing, didn't connect. Lujan was momentarily off balance. It didn't matter. We're coming to the end of the 7th round. More action in this round than in the first 6 put together. Round 8, live from ringside, Las Vegas, Nevada, the Sports Pavilion at Caesars Palace. In the 7th round, after 6 deadly dull rounds, in the 7th round we began to get some action. Let's see if it resumes. Jorge Lujan in the dark trunks and Cleo Garcia in the light. Again, the right lead. Look at Garcia's left hand. He drops it slightly. See the way Lujan slipped that punch, had it measured. Eighth round. I say we get a good shot of Norman Crosby. Do a little sketch for us. We might get more action. Lujan with the right lead again. Tight. Garcia tried to come up, but didn't get through Lujan's gloves. Garcia directly above us in his own corner, trying to fight out of it. Lujan, a Panamanian. Garcia, Nicaragua. And we have some 50-odd seconds to go in the 8th round. There's absolutely no resemblance, is there, between Garcia and Alexis Arguello, the bomber from Nicaragua. A great puncher. These two men are not. We noted that in the very first round. It's hard to see how a knockout could come about in this. But Lujan, fairness, has boxed cleverly, slips punches very effectively, and picks them off with equal effectiveness. Coming to the end of round 8, and we're going to go to New York and Gifford. Lujan, we're about ready for the start of the 9th round, and here we go. The crowd has made its displeasure very, very visibly known. There's been a lot of booing here between rounds. Lujan again scoring with the right lead that I've called to your attention. Lujan clearly growing in confidence and willing to take more chances because of his success with that right lead. He follows it with a left. You can see that Garcia keeps his right glove up by his face and partly in front of it, but the left is lower, and Lujan capitalizes on that to use the right lead. More and more now, Lujan is going to it. And there is blood from the right nostril of Cleo Garcia. Just a touch of it. Notice the emphasis that Lujan is giving to that right. That's his whole pattern of attack now. His corner's been talking to him. Irving Darling, Roy Griffith, Aurelio Cortez. Right lead again. Where in the early going he would flick the left jab out there. He discovered in the 3rd round how that right lead could be effectively used. Now, as the fight progresses, Lujan is getting a little more venturesome. Went down to the belly with the left. Note there that when Garcia swings, and we've made this point, there's the right again by Lujan. His blows are picked off. Garcia doesn't really know how to throw combinations. Combination being a left and right delivered in succession, but they must have purpose. They must be aimed at a designated point for a special purpose. And Garcia seems aimless in his use of punches. Round 10, live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Jorge Lujan against Cleo Garcia. Lujan the dark trunks, Garcia the white. The action getting at least mildly better in the last 3 rounds. It began to pick up in the 7th. And Lujan dominating it with that right lead, which you just saw there. Lujan willing now to take chances, to stay in close. It is a scheduled 15-rounder, of course, championship bout, WBA bantamweight crown at stake. Garcia trying to get through. Now there's a little blood from the left nostril of Garcia. Maybe he hit a ring post. We have had nothing approaching a knockdown in this fight. See, every one of those Garcia lefts missed. Lujan had them measured, no problem to slip them. See that left fist. Keep those blows up, Baby Pearl told Garcia. Baby Pearl has had a very easy fight to referee. As Garcia came in, Lujan, using the counterpunch, scored twice. Garcia left himself open for that right. If Garcia could get points for punches missed, he'd be well ahead. Lujan missing there. Been scored. The bell for round 11. These rounds have the look of an instant replay. Well, next week on Wide World of Sports, Rossman and Galindez will meet, all problems resolved, and that should be an action-packed fight. First time around, it was a war. That'll be on Wide World of Sports next week. Lujan with an excellent counter-punching right. Lujan with the right lead again. Garcia trying to come at Lujan wildly, but ineffective. Coming up to 2 minutes into the round. Lujan using the right very well in this round. Round 11. WBA bantamweight crown at stake. Lujan missing with the uppercut. Garcia throwing fewer and fewer punches. Lujan connecting steadily. Garcia trying to fight back. Notice how Garcia continues to miss. If Lujan could punch, it'd be a fighter to reckon with. Smart boxing. Lujan having a very big round here. Garcia fatigued as we come now to the end of round 11. Round 12. Live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Round 11, a big round for Jorge Lujan. As more and more he grows in confidence and is willing to stay inside and risk getting some punishment in order to score. Garcia got in 2 good lefts. One of the reasons Lujan is not a punishing puncher is in his desire not to be hit. As he throws punches, he's backing off. He doesn't punch through. That's a deficiency Larry Holmes once had that he's beginning to correct. 12th round action. Again, the right lead by Lujan. This round, Garcia connecting better than he has. Not missing with everything. Again, we'd like to alert our local stations along the line that at the end of this round, we'll take a station break. This, of course, the 12th round. Garcia moving on the toes a bit more in this round. Lujan with a left that stung Garcia. Garcia covering. He was hurt. Garcia trying to push Lujan off. Lujan now willing to risk the infighting, sensing Garcia is a tired fighter. There's that right again. There's that right again. Snaps in there.
Keep him up now.
Almost to the end of round 12. We'll be back with more boxing after this word from our local station. Round 13, live from Las Vegas, Nevada. WBA bantamweight crown at stake. Jorge Lujan to the right. Cleo Garcia to the left. In my view, the fight dominated by Jorge Lujan, although it has not been an action fight. The pace has increased from the 7th round on. Before that, there was no pace. I thought Garcia looked better in the 12th round. He wasn't missing as many blows as he had been throughout the fight. Touch of blood under each nostril, Garcia. And that's Garcia's problem, and there again. He throws punches, but he doesn't hit with them. Again, that right lead by Lujan. Lujan dancing out of the way. The right lead again. Snapping right in there. Lujan trying to move downstairs to pull the guard down. And again with the left. Then the right lead. Crowd is screaming, Cleo, Cleo. Number of them on their feet, exhorting the young Nicaraguan. It'll take more than exhorting, I'm afraid. "40 seconds left in the 13th round. not been anything approaching a knockdown. Not a knockdown, a slip. Don't get excited. End of the round coming up. Or emigrated, rather, from Nicaragua to California. Notably, Los Angeles. Round 14 underway. We'll be bringing you some highlights of the Roberto Duran fight after this one. More punches thrown by Duran in one round than have been thrown by either fighter here throughout this entire fight. Although Lujan just got a good left in and another. As Garcia's fatigue grows, he becomes more susceptible to being hit. The reflexes slowed. The hands not as quick. He can't keep them up there. And so Lujan can capitalize. Garcia with a good, solid blow to the midriff that encourages his supporters. Look at that right by Lujan. Minute 45 left in the round. Lujan, the left. Well, one can hardly envision Lujan going against Zarate, can one? Again, the fiction of dual championships in the current chaotic state of boxing. The two rump organizations, the WBA and the WBC. Less than a minute in the 14th round. Scorching right, floored Garcia. In this, the 14th round, he had thrown two quick blows to the belly, and then came through with the left, and then the solid right. So suddenly, out of nowhere, some excitement with less than 20 seconds to go in the 14th round, and Lujan wants the kill. There's blood coming out slightly of Garcia's mouth. Garcia dead tired. Lujan with another right, a left uppercut. Garcia taking another right. In the corner, the round ends. The round is over. Lujan was savagely after him. But chased the handler out of the corner. The bell for the 15th and final round, and suddenly the sports pavilion came to life. And Lujan now wants the knockout. And Garcia fights back. But Garcia's a tired kid. And Lujan is now in a position to manhandle him, to maul him all over the ring, and to beat him in the process. That uppercut didn't sit well with Garcia. Garcia right against the ropes above us. Gets away, but now against the ropes again. And Lujan is peppering him. With everything that Jorge has, he's trying to put him away. And he is not yet able to do it. We still have a little more than 2 minutes left in the fight. Lujan trying to measure the opponent. Remember, he is not per se a knockout fighter, Lujan. Garcia just holding on, the body falling forward, its weight against Lujan. Lujan with the right lead again. Now trying to measure Garcia. Garcia unable to fight his way out of the ropes or to maneuver away. Right in the corner above us. And Lujan is missing with as many punches. Now he wrestles him in effect to the ground. No knockdown. No knockdown. Wrestled to the ground. A cut in the corner of the left eye. Garcia's left eye. The crowd on its feet. We've gone a minute 40 into this, the 15th and final round. And out of nowhere, the excitement came in the 14th round with the knockdown. Garcia, the legs elastic now. Back again against the ropes. And Lujan not able to put the opponent away. Missing wildly with that right. Maybe the succession of blows, even though not cleanly landed, though a right uppercut got in, will do away with Garcia, but he was able to bounce away across the ring. We're counting down, 40 seconds left in the bout. Oh, he gave up. He just went down, exhausted. That's it, the fight's over. That's almost the way the Zamora fight ended. There is blood coming from the left nostril. Blood above the bridge of the nose. And an exhausted Cleo Garcia just gave up. Will not be able to talk to Lujan because he does not speak the English language.
Jorge Lujan.